Good morning, Syracuse. Welcome back to this season of Juice and Java.
We're excited to have our new revamped show, so we're going to share that with you.
Today's show is all about Valentine's Day favorites and Super Bowl celebrations.
So stick with us. Juice and Java starts now.
Students at an elementary school in St. Paul, Minnesota will not be exchanging Valentines this year. The school has decided to stop classroom celebrations of Valentine's Day, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. In a letter to parents, the principal explained that the school needed to find a way to honor and engage in holidays that are inclusive of the entire student population. The school is fairly Somali, and so that's why they're kind of deciding to stray away from that. What are your thoughts on this, Jackie?
I get where they're coming from, but I feel bad for the kids. It's elementary school.
Yeah.
They really aren't aware of what's going on, and especially Valentine's Day. You know, you can have great celebrations and be very
all
cute.
about love.
Yeah, it's all about the friendship, and it's really fun at that age to just exchange
Well,
gifts.
for me, my opinion is kind of I'd rather be more inclusive of more holidays than kind of letting other holidays like say, you know, no, we're not going to celebrate. I'd rather we just celebrated everything, you know, and it's great exposure to other things that other kids are celebrating that you might not at home have been exposed to, you know?
Yeah, it's a learning experience for everyone, and you will always get something out of it no matter what.
And most of the time in elementary school, you know, they're letting kids, like, you have to send one to everyone. Like, it really is an inclusive and fun-loving holiday, so.
Right, but
yeah.
hopefully they get little gifts from them.
Yeah, and find another way to celebrate.
And so moving on to another asset of Valentine's Day, the big hole it leaves in your pocket. Picking out the perfect Valentine's Day gift is for that special someone will be a lot easier this year for some Michigan residents. A florist in Lansing is allowing customers to hire the company's creative professionals to help them choose the perfect rose, stem, or bouquet. Now, Maddie, would you go to this extreme?
This kind of baffles me because I assume when you're picking a bouquet, someone already decided, like, hey, these colors go together, these flowers go together, this is a good flower. Like, I don't know why there's this other step that we need to take to make sure you have an even better bouquet than you're already spending, you know, upwards of $40 on because they boosted prices for Valentine's Day. Like,
and I also feel like if you're going into a florist, then the person there should be able to help you pick it out. Right. You don't need to hire someone extra.
Yeah, is this not a service that's already provided? That just blows my mind.
At least they're getting a gift for someone, and that's the first step. The thought that counts.
Have you had any crazy, outrageous Valentine's Day gifts or anything like that?
I had when I was actually in elementary school. We did celebrate Valentine's Day, and this one little boy, he put a raccoon pillow in my locker. I don't really understand how that's related to Valentine's Day. But maybe he needed the florist help.
Did you appreciate it?
I did. It's very soft, and I was like, oh, it's the thought that counts.
I guess it worked out for him. I had a boy in elementary school as well give me a box of chocolates, which was very, very nice. But he wrote a little note that he put on top, and I opened it, and it said, Maddie, will you be my boyfriend? And I was like, I don't know if this meant to go to someone else or if maybe you misspoke, but that was quite an interesting Valentine's Day gift to receive. Well, our other topic this morning is that tonight is a night that some people love more than Valentine's Day, actually, and maybe even their significant others. Super Bowl attendees can tailgate with Guy Fieri this year, but not without paying a price. The chef and television show host just released his 2016 Super Bowl tailgate menu. How can you enjoy it, though, Jackie? If you're willing to shell out $700. The menu includes steak sandwiches, jambalaya, a raw bar, mac and cheese bar, a nacho bar with made-to-order chip bladders, and donut bread pudding. Fieri will co-host the upscale tailgate with Aaron Andrews outside of Levi Stadium.
That sounds like quite the lineup.
Yeah, I mean, good food, right? But would you be interested in paying this much to go?
I think if I'm already shelling out so much money to go to the game.
Right.
I don't think I personally would be willing to spend that money, but I think it would be the coolest experience to go see him and eat that food. I'm sure it's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, it all sounds delicious, but you're already in San Francisco. There's a lot of other great foods. Yeah. You're already at the Super Bowl, spending a lot of money, like you said. I do think this is kind of quite an extreme event.
It's a little extravagant, and also, I mean, one of the most fun things is tailgating with your friends,
right?
And being able to spend time with them. And if you go to this event, I don't know if every one of your friends is going to be able to afford that too.
I mean, if you and your buddies can pay that price tag, I guess that could be a good time. I don't know. What are you doing instead of attending Guy Fieri's crazy?
Well, I do it pretty simple. I really like just to have a burger and a grill and hang out with some friends and get ready to watch the game and see the commercials, because really that's what I look for.
Yeah, spending it on your own couch is kind of where I enjoy doing it. You know, everyone, if they all bring their own food and they make it together, it's like, you know, a fun friends event, and you watch a great game, you see the commercials, like it is so much fun. I'm hoping we have some nachos today. It's kind of my go-to Super Bowl
all
food.
about the chip dip. Well, after the break, find out about the perfect DIY projects for your Super Bowl celebration.
And see who has the best shot at the Super Bowl trophy.
Stay with us.
I grew up in the housing projects of Cleveland. I didn't even know that life could be any better than it was. Education for me has been a way to get away from the agony of what was normal life. I want to be able to impact the community, not just look back on where I came from, but to reach back to where I came from and pull some people up with me. My name is David, and I am your dividend.
So they say it's a man's world? I don't see anybody's name on it.
While they were doing their thing, we slowly changed ours.
Today, women can do anything men can do. And there's one thing we're even better at.
You know what, guys? There's a lot of tree branches and dry brush over here. We should probably move the bonfire over there.
I'm guessing Smokey liked that idea.
Welcome back to Juice and Java. Sarah Perks is here with us to share some tips on how to make a great Super Bowl viewing party in the comfort of your living room.
Okay, so a few things that I found on Pinterest. All you have to do is type in DIY Super Bowl crafts. One of them was a bingo game, which was really, really cool because you can only play this bingo game while you're watching the game. For example, they'll have a little, in one of the little squares, it could say, one of the commentators says unbelievable. So, boom, there's a point right there. And just so you have to keep, while you're watching the game, because everyone I'm sure wants to watch the game, but you're also going to have to keep up with your board to make sure that you get your points when you're supposed to get them.
Where can you find this board to print it out?
Online, on Pinterest. Like I said, you type in the little search engine, DIY Super Bowl crafts. It's going to be one of the things that pops up, and there's a bunch of variations. So not everyone's obviously going to have the same board. There's like 4 or 5 different versions, for really good for adults and kids.
Yeah, it sounds like kids, they would keep them entertained and engaged in the game.
I mean, and I can't remember the last time I played bingo. When's the last time you played bingo?
Actually, it's a funny story. I played bingo with at this camp that I work at, and they're so into bingo, and they have little dots, and they take it very seriously. But this sounds like it's a great way for, so the adults can watch the game and do their own thing and keep the kids entertained. But it also would be fun for adults to do too, and you can make your own board.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There was some squares where I'm like, all right, I'm never gonna see that. So I feel like I'm the type of person that would just cut out the squares that I want and make my own board. But another different thing you can do is this next one can be a decoration or it can be a game. Basically, you could go to your local craft store and you look for turf. Okay, you're gonna cut out a piece of turf, put it on your table, buy some white spray paint and some PVC pipes. And you can make these little pipes into a field goal post, and you use the white spray paint, and you make lines and numbers, and basically, also rigid foam. Okay, rigid foam. Wow.
It sounds very intense.
I'm making it seem way more hard than it actually is, but you use this little piece of rigid foam as a football, and you use your fingers, and you click it through the little PVC pipes, and that's a point right there.
So it sounds like it's a great way to, another way to be interactive, but it could also just be a decoration, you know, to lay out, to make it all seem more festive.
I mean, there's pictures, again, you can find on Pinterest to, you know, kind of bring the whole thing together.
Yeah, well, it sounds like it would be a really fun time, and it would be a fun game to play, and you can play both bingo and football at the same time and really get into the game. And so thanks so much, Sarah, for sharing these tips to help us out. And Maddie, I know that you're a very big Broncos fan, so what are you guys thinking about the game tonight?
Thanks, Jackie. Yes, I am a Broncos fan. That is why I am dressed in this color today. And I am here with KJ Vaughn from CitrusTV Sports. Thanks for coming.
Oh, thank you.
And we were actually still talking about that Guy Fieri party.
Yeah, I mean, we were thinking, the 700 is a lot for one person, but maybe we split that in half. I mean, 350, right? You'd like give your person the ticket,
right?
We
run back out, smuggle some in my purse for the game.
Exactly. do you think? I mean, we probably get a plane to San Francisco right now. I mean, we'd have to leave really soon, though, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's worth it.
It's worth it. It'd be worth it.
Well, but speaking of this Super Bowl in San Francisco, this is Super Bowl 50, right? Yes. Can you tell us a little bit about the significance of that?
Yeah, well, the significance of it, obviously, I don't know if you've been noticing, but there's gold everywhere. The NFL did it for the whole season. It's the golden anniversary of the Super Bowl, and it's so surprising that it's come so far. For a lot of people who might not know, 1967, the first game, Green Bay versus Kansas City, at the time called the AFL-NFL World Championship game.
Oh, I did not know that.
And it's grown. You know, back then, no one really knew how well it was going to be, the two competing leagues. And everyone kind of wondered, but since then, they merged in 1970, and it's just been on the up and up. Now, every year, it seems that within the past 10 years, the Super Bowl rating is top 10 Nielsen every year.
Oh, event of the year.
Exactly. No matter if it's a good game, bad game. So it's just been rising, and this is kind of the culmination of that first 50 years.
And do you think these two teams in particular are going to help get those high ratings? Are they teams that everyone is kind of dying to watch? Or
I think this year the ratings are going to be high. It's a number of factors. I think the teams are definitely going to play into it. You have the Carolina Panthers, 15-1, had such a great regular season. The up-and-comers, Cam Newton, he's dabbing all over the place. Everyone wants to watch him. But on the other side, you've got Peyton Manning, the old stalwart at quarterback. Everyone's wondering, is this his last game? I personally think it is, no matter what happens. But I think that's going to have a lot of effect for people. And then also the fact that it's the 50th, and there's always, you know, they've been pushing it. Gold, and ESPN was gold all day yesterday. You went on their website, and, you know, it wasn't white, it was gold. So I think everyone's noticing that. I think it'll be able to probably tune in, maybe the most watched TV broadcast, you know. I think so.
It's very possible. Well, can we stop and talk about these quarterbacks a little bit more? These are kind of like the huge figures of the Super Bowl. Let's talk Peyton, possibly his last year. Cam Newton, new guy on the scene. Davin, can you tell us a little bit more about them and their characters?
Yeah, I can. It's actually, they're kind of polar opposites. Cam Newton, the new revolutionary kind of quarterback, you know, that Michael Vick type thread runner, but can throw. He's also a big, strong, physical guy. And then on the other side, you got Peyton Manning, who is just the consummate, everyone loves him. He does everything the right way. He is a professional in every sense of the word, right? There's no breaking news stories about Peyton Manning, with the exception of the HGH scandal, which I think he's been able to put behind him.
That's not even
it's
a thing.
Not true. No, I don't think anyone believes it. This is Peyton Manning talking about it. But on the field, it's his mental game. Everyone always, you know, wondered, if you look back at his stats from this year, not a great year statistics-wise. He threw more interceptions than touchdowns, but yet they're in the Super Bowl. He did get replaced by Brock Osweiler. He was dealing with the foot injury, but it's his mental game. You watch the playoffs against the Steelers and the Patriots. He almost was turned into a game manager in a sense, but he did it well. He checked down to the run when he when he needed to. He could tell the defense if it was a zone, weak defense, he could run against it. He could hit the short pass. He knows how to pick apart the defense. So I think with that's why they're kind of polar opposites. Cam has a mental game, but it's not nearly where Peyton Manning is.
Well, I appreciate all of that. You definitely know a lot more than me. I'm just saying I'm rooting for the Broncos today, and I hope that they come out on top. Well, when we come back, Juice and Java correspondent Connor Federico is here in studio to discuss some of the best Super Bowl ads of the past and some to look forward to tonight. We'll see you right here in a minute. Thank you. Oh,
that was good.
See, I know that I was.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Here's your check. Oh, you you got it? You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. God, no.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early.
You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back to Juice and Java. I'm here with Connor Federico, our Juice and Java correspondent and expert today in Super Bowl ads, I guess.
Yeah, they're great. I mean, you guys were talking before how much you love the commercials.
Yep.
And in a recent LA Times poll, 51% of Americans talked about how they think the Super Bowl is more of a spectacle than it is the actual game. So people love the Super Bowl ads. They love watching them. They love the whole event, just for the entertainment aspect. So
that's the only reason my mom watches, I know.
Yeah, so, and it's the same for a lot of Americans.
Right.
So,
well, we're taking a look at 3 of your favorites, or maybe some of the top ads for the past years.
Yeah, so the first one is a Volkswagen commercial in which a kid, he's walking around his house dressed up as Darth Vader. And I think this is the cutest thing. He's walking around trying to use the Force on everything, and it doesn't work, and he's getting frustrated. And his dad comes home with a new Volkswagen and uses the Force on it, and like his dad starts the car with his keys. And it's just really funny. And that was from 4 years ago. The second one is from 1992. It's a Pepsi ad of Cindy Crawford.
I remember this one, yes.
And Cindy Crawford, this was the first experience in the Super Bowl ads of using a supermodel to try to attract people to their product.
Which they do frequently now, I feel like.
Right, it's the go-to thing. And these kids are getting all googly eyes over her. And, you know, the twist at the end is that they're really going crazy over the new Pepsi can rather than Cindy Crawford, which you would never expect.
A lot of women did this. I think Britney Spears was like a Pepsi girl. That was like a popular...
Right, and they kicked it off back then before any of us were born. So
right, and Carl's Jr. always has the women out there. It's a popular thing.
Right, it's the thing to do now.
And then the last ad.
So this was from 2014, so 2 years ago now, and it's the puppy and the horse saves the puppy. And this was a part of a 3-year series Budweiser did with the puppies and the horses, and everybody loved it and they went crazy. Unfortunately, Budweiser said it didn't help beer sales at all, so they just cut the puppies this year.
I can't believe it. That's what I look forward to every year. Okay, well, now you have some ads from this year's Super Bowl, I believe.
Yeah, so this is what we want to look forward to. In this first one, it's the new Bud Light commercial, and it's got a lot of star power. We're talking about Amy Schumer, Seth Rogen, Michael Pena, and, of course, Paul Rudd comes out of nowhere. It's about a minute long. It's a really fun one. And, you know, there's quotes from Independence Day. It's just silly. It's, you know.
A spectacle, like
exactly.
the Super Bowl itself.
Right. So that's a cool one. And then moving into the next one, the puppies are back.
They are! Oh,
the puppies are running through the grass. They're dressed up as hot dogs. And it's a Heinz commercial. They're selling their new ketchup.
Oh, Heinz, interesting.
Yeah, and... so at the end, the dogs all run up on the humans, and they're, you know, so
dressed in hot dogs.
So Heinz decided puppies were good, you know.
Yeah. Well, I know the viewers do too. I feel like so.
Love the puppies. And then the last one is a spoof on Drake's Hotline Bling video, and he's. You know, he's dancing around, and then the cell phone companies tell him that, you know, he has restrictions on his phone and stuff. And that's only a 30-second spot, but I think people are going to like it a lot, and that's going to be one of the more popular ones.
Yeah, a lot of celebs in there and a lot to look forward to. Well, thank you, Connor. And after watching all those Super Bowl ads, we're going to be going back to our favorite TV shows. Legendary Shonda Rhimes is definitely a favorite of many of us, and Carling Mont is in studio to talk about the love-hate relationship everyone has with Shondaland.
Thanks, Maddie. Now, Shonda Rhimes has taken over Thursday night television on ABC. Shondaland, which is the name of Shonda Rhimes' production company, consists of the long-running Grey's Anatomy, the political darling Scandal, and sophomore drama How to Get Away with Murder, which has garnered serious awards attention for star Viola Davis. Now, with all these shows and with all this drama, do people love it or hate it? I see both sides. With Valentine's Day right around the corner, the side of love, Shonda Rhimes has completely reinstated can't-miss television. Viewers better watch these shows live or risk being spoiled by last night's events. Another reason to love it is a feminist dream lineup. All 3 shows are led by strong women who are complex characters who refuse to be bossed around by anyone in their life. But there's also a hate side to this relationship. The high-intensity drama has left no character safe, and many fan favorites have been killed off with almost no warning. Now, despite all this drama, I will still be tuning into Shondaland every week.
Thanks so much, Carly. I had no idea this was even a thing, and I watch all these shows. So can you explain to me what you mean by this can't-miss television?
Yeah, sure. So can't-miss television it's kind of event television. It's like the Super Bowl. It's kind of TV nerds' love of television and watching it and tweeting about it online and telling everybody, wait, you didn't watch Scandal last night? What's happening? And kind of keeping everybody up to date with that. So it's kind of reinstating the fact that we're not going to watch it on Hulu the next day. We're not going to watch it on our DVRs. We're going to watch it at the time that it's airing live, and it's kind of revolutionizing television today.
I know I've seen some spoilers up there that have spoiled some shows for me, and I was very upset about it. But what kind of shows should everyone be watching then?
Yeah, now my personal favorite of this Shondaland is How to Get Away with Murder. It's in its 2nd season, and it's probably the most dramatic show on television at this time. Everybody is like dating everybody because this is how all these shows work. But people keep dying. Like the first episode, at least 3 people die of every season.
Really intense.
So you never know which character to keep rooting for, or which one's going to be the next murderer, and these character arcs are all over the place. And Viola Davis just destroys the game and has won both a SAG Award and a Golden Globe and an Emmy. So maybe not a SAG Award, but definitely the Golden Globe and the Emmy for this, and she just kills.
Well, it sounds like these shows are really compelling, and I mean, you should be watching, or else there's going to be a lot of spoilers coming up.
So many spoilers.
And but are there any new shows coming up that we can look out for?
Yeah, there's actually going to be a new show that's coming out. It's going to premiere kind of in the right around March, right after How to Get Away with Murder's done this year. And it's called The Catch, and it's about a forensic accountant, which I did not know was a thing. But if it is anything that we can expect from Shondaland, it's going to be just kind of the same thing. It's a woman who is very powerful in her position and kind of has a lot of choices to make. So I'm excited to see when it comes out.
Yeah, it sounds like we should definitely keep an eye on that. When can we see these shows?
So they all air on ABC at 8 o'clock. It starts with Grey's Anatomy at 8, followed by Scandal at 9, and then How to Get Away with Murder at 10. And they come back this Thursday, so from their winter hiatus.
So you'll definitely have to tune in, and I'm really looking forward to seeing this come back. And when we come back, Orange Zest anchor Maddy is here to play a little Valentine's Day game with us. So we'll see you right back here in a minute.
If you want to be a parent, it doesn't matter how you play, what you wear, how you dance, or even what direction life takes you. You just need to be there. You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care don't need perfection. They just need you.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. You know, but it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, you know, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello? That's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
You're back with Juice and Java right now, and we're about to play a little Valentine's Day game. I know I love celebrity couples, and I think I can be pretty good about naming them all, but how's your knowledge of celeb couples, Jackie?
I think I can do pretty well, but I guess we'll find out with this game.
Well, I can't wait. And Orange Zest anchor and celebrity love expert Maddy is here with us to see just how much we really do know about our favorite Hollywood lovers.
Hey guys.
Hi.
Thank you so much for having me today.
Thanks for coming in. We're really excited.
Oh, good. I'm excited too. We're going to have so much fun. So I'm going to just give you a few clues. We're going to show a picture up on the screen of a favorite celebrity couple with their faces blurred out just a little bit, and you're going to have to guess who it is.
All right. See, I feel pretty confident, but
a little nervous. So I picked a few of my favorites. This first one is a couple that they actually met on a set of a movie in 2004. I wonder if you guys can name the movie too as well.
I feel like I know what premiere this was at. I'm going to let you go first.
But they didn't actually officially get married until August of 2014. So do you have an idea of who it could be?
Brad and Angelina.
Yes, of course, you got it.
Can you name the movie?
Is it Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
Yes, you got it. Yes.
Oh, this looks like the Maleficent premiere.
It is. It is.
Okay.
It is the Maleficent premiere. But they met on the set of Mr. and Mrs. Smith in 2004. All right, so this next one is one of my fave throwback couples. This photo is actually 15 years ago at the 2001 American Music Awards.
You can go first this time.
Okay, this is Brittany and JT.
Yes,
they're infamous jean outfits. I feel like people like recreate this for Halloween all the time.
And this is truly an unforgettable red carpet moment.
Yeah, for good or bad reasons, I don't know, but I remember it for sure.
Definitely. And this next one is actually the queen and king themselves of pop. This power couple started dating in 2000 and quietly married in 2008.
Oh, they've been together for a while.
long time.
Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Yes, it is Bey and
Bey.
So
she is just beautiful.
They were actually friends before they started dating and spent a year and a half just talking on the phone before they went on their first date. And she said that was the basis of the foundation of the relationship.
Well, that's got to be a key to success.
Yeah, I was thinking it's better. You should be with your best friend and be able to enjoy the company.
Well, they've been successful so far, so let's take
knock
notes,
on,
right?
yeah,
knock on wood. All right, this next one is a different set of royalty. The couple first met in 2001 while studying at the University of St. Andrews.
I know this one. William and Kate.
Yeah, we're doing pretty well.
No, they are legendary couples, everyone knows about them.
Yeah. Well, their wedding was what? It was like 1 a.m., 3 a.m., whatever here. And I remember I was up there to watch it, and it was amazing.
I was up watching as well. And they've got 2 additions to that couple now, right?
So, yes.
Oh my gosh. Perfect little family.
Yeah. Of course. And a next one is another throwback. Always thought that they would last longer than they really did. They had a hit TV show back in 2003. Can you name this couple?
I don't know this one.
I know. I was waiting on you. I felt like you didn't know.
I have no idea.
Jessica Simpson and Nick Lachey.
Yes. With the show Newlyweds. Very, very exciting. Back in 2003. They actually were divorced in 2005.
I know. You'd think with that show they were so cute. I don't know if you guys ever watched it, but I was very surprised about this couple.
It's always sad to see, though, especially if you have a whole show about newlyweds and then it just doesn't work out.
Of course. And this next one, they have been together for what seems forever. They're married in 1999 and have 4 children together.
Wow.
Do you know?
I don't know if I know. I'm really not doing well on this.
You were killing it before, but this has got to be Victoria and David Beckham.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I can only imagine how they're spending their Valentine's Day together.
Oh my gosh.
It's very romantic.
They've got the secret to lasting love as well. I mean, they've been together.
1999, that's crazy.
I know.
Wow, good for them.
Of course. Well, that's all we have for the game today. You guys did a great job.
Those were good.
Thank you, Maddie. Maddie and I co-host Orange Zest together, and so we always play these games. And Jackie, thanks for...
I know. I can't believe I didn't know some of them.
Oh, yeah. Well, we got to see a few couples that hopefully will inspire us for this Valentine's Day.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'm sure they have great plans.
Well, everyone in San Francisco is ready for tonight's Super Bowl game, but some important people are having trouble getting there.
Beer delivery trucks have been getting stuck on top of the city's notorious hills and winding roads. Just about every beer company has had a truck get stuck at one of these twisty turns, leaving people to wonder if it's for the companies to get more publicity.
Or maybe they're just taking some extra time to enjoy San Francisco's city views.
That's all we have for today on Juice and Java.
Remember to take a sip and stay tuned for our next episode on February 21st.
Make sure to also follow us on Instagram and like us on Facebook. And from all of us at Juice and Java, I'm Jackie Prager.
And I'm Maddie Stessman. Thanks for watching, Syracuse.